pay everything due the town.
Okay,
Insurance.
very good. So it will be the 7,000
It'll be higher.
plus.
Yes, this is just for taxes and sewer. It gives a rough idea what's due the town.
Okay,
Not including all the fees.
Right.
all right.
Next item is land only. It's on Pumping Station Road. It's 1.26 acres. It's just above the road from Gary Brown. It's on your right. It's got a foundation on it right now.
Across the street from Gary.
Yes, across the street from Gary's.
Got a little button someone stole in there.
Yeah, look, I went down and took a look at it. It looks like somebody's been dropping off some, let's call it recyclable material. But it would probably need to be cleaned up.
Has anybody made contact?
Nobody's made contact on that. Next item is a parcel on North Lubec Road, 14.2 acres. This is a property that there's two owners. One owner has a 2/3 interest. One owner has a 1/3 interest. The owner with the 1/3 interest let it go. So we've been talking to Maine Municipal on the best way to advise it. The owner with the 2/3 interest is interested in acquiring the property. So we're going to send both of them a registered letter, and they are related, so it is brother, sister, immediate family. So, you know, Article 32 would apply to them. And, you know, if the owner of the 1/3 wants to pay it, they're welcome. If the owner of the 2/3 wants to pay it as per conditions of Article 32, then they're welcome. The last item is a small parcel, and it's not 0.5, it's 0.05 acres. It's about a 65 by 60 parcel. It's on Pork Hill Lane, just a little small parcel right at the top.
Actually, according to the map, you can't reach that from Pork Hill Lane.
How do you reach?
Well, many years ago, I pointed this out, that Tucker Hill and Pork Hill Lane are actually confusing, and there's another lane here that doesn't have a name on it, which is that, which...
2/3 of the way up over the hill, you mean?
Yeah. Where's that called?
That's a little odd.
Wasn't that old Port Hill?
Maybe that's the
wrong.
Well, either the signs are in the wrong spot, or these words describing these
Yeah,
lanes are in
yeah.
the wrong spot.
Where the garage is,
Yes.
that belongs to the Louis property,
Uh-huh.
and that house, that's where it went up over the hill,
That's Pork Hill.
which they no longer use. That's what's
Okay.
in there right away to get to that property, is that way it goes up over.
All
Up
right.
over between the house and garage? Wow, that
Interesting.
would be a four-wheel drive vehicle, wouldn't it?
So it goes through someone else? It goes through Louis driveway?
Can you imagine Dennis would have never allowed
Right.
that? You know, the garage.
The garage is in the right of way.
So, I mean, you know, that would be a property that, you know, we'd probably contact the neighbor,
Right.
property owner, and see if there's an interest in acquiring.
There's been no contact.
No contact.
No,
So these are the parcels.
Okay.
So we're going to, what's the next process, what's the next step in the process with this, John?
You know, that would be up to the selectmen. Do they want to decide to put the parcels up to bid? What do they wish to do with the parcels? I mean, they can elect to do nothing at this time. They can elect to put them up to bid. They can, you know, that would be up to the selectmen.
I think we should table this until next meeting.
Do you have article, I think you said
32?
Why would you want to table it?
Because some property owners may make an arrangement to resecure that, and it's actually allowed under Article 32.
Right.
And it's easier if we just wait a little bit before we
Okay.
put it out to bid.
All right, sounds good, Bill. Sounds good,
If not, they have up until the point that bids are open.
Yep, okay, sure.
You already know that you have at least one property that the people are interested in.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do something.
Plus we can.
And John's going to contact the neighbors on the Pork Hill
Right, that gives us
property.
time.
Yeah.
Plus we can get an idea what
Right.
we want to do, any minimum or not.
Yeah.
And this
Yes.
is a
For many
busy time of the
reasons,
year
for many
because
reasons. We don't need to
budget.
precipitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's a good idea, I was just curious
Yeah.
on,
Mhm.
and that makes perfect sense, let the person, let the people have as much.
So we need to
chance
motion that to table it, or we'll just table it?
We'll
Okay.
just table
it.
Okay.
Table.
I know our office goes above and beyond on contacting people, but can we just throw out one more phone call to the people that we have had no response to? One last.
Does anybody know
Your
if they're
property
alive?
has
I think
been
that's good, that's resolved.
closed on.
There's no harm in that.
No harm in it. Most of them actually are either being contacted
Right.
one way or the other.
So
But yeah.
there were a couple
sure.
that we haven't heard anything from.
Mhm.
Don't have sending letters, just throw out a phone call and
Right,
Mhm. Mhm.
if it works, and from that point, we're guilt-free.
Right. Okay.
Next item is to, we discussed earlier that Dwayne Young, he's been a valuable employee for the town of Lubec, has put in his resignation. He has an opportunity for another position.
Mm-hmm.
I have a letter here to Dwayne expressing our appreciation. It states, to Dwayne Young, the town of Lubec expresses its gratitude for your many years of service and dedication. It takes many people to make a town run. People like yourself that oftentimes work behind the scenes to enable smooth performance. You've always been there supporting your fellow employees and community. In the past, you've always performed to the best of your ability and been a figure we knew we could turn to for wisdom and guidance. We thank you for the years of service on boards, committees, fire department, ambulance, and more. Dwayne, your leadership and selflessness will be sorely missed. We hope you'll always find someone to turn to for advice, and most important, we hope you'll always be someone to turn to for advice, and most importantly, our friend. On behalf of the town of Lubec, we congratulate you on your new life endeavors and wish you the best. I mean, I've been on a couple committees with Dwayne, and he's always been an asset.
Did you write that letter, John?
Renee.
Well, tell Renee, thank you.
Yes.
Yep, nice job.
She does a very
She
good
represented
job.
us very well.
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
she did. Yeah, yeah,
We even need motions to do it or last.
Yes.
We just need to sign.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
So,
Been,
Mhm.
wrapped up in the Boy Scouts. He
Yeah.
certainly was
Yeah.
very active at the time he was in the Boy Scouts.
We sent him a bad letter, well, you don't think the job is
He's already got the job. I don't think we can
Too
do
late.
anything about that.
I don't wish him well, but well, let's say no.
Yeah, right, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, it's too late.
One of the items too that the Board of Selectmen will need to consider is Dwayne's been our health officer. And we'll need to look for candidates and see if we can find to appoint one, because we are required to have one.
Okay.
We should, try to have that for our next meeting. Ideas and names.
Are we required to run an ad?
No.
Okay.
But
Oh, we
usually
could
if
put
we
one in.
say it, like tonight, we may have someone that steps forward.
Yeah.
If no one steps forward, then
Oh,
we
okay.
will indeed run an ad. But anyone that's interested, please contact John.
On the Public Works Survey, we discussed last time what we had, and the Selectmen asked to have all of the names and information put into one form, and I've passed that to the office staff, and they've done a great job. The first item is question number 1, and that's strictly yes or no. You feel that the town of Lubec needs to build a sand salt shed first municipal sand pile. 70.2% of the respondents said yes, 29.8% of the respondents said no.
This was 139 and 59.
You feel the town of Lubec should replace the current Public Works garage. This was a little tighter, but still a majority, 63.2% said yes, and 36.8% said no.
120 and 7.
If so, should the town of Lubec relocate its public works? Where should the public works relocate the sand salt shed? possible options include town-owned property, and these were 3 sites that we were given. The current proposed site by Ben Joyce, 41.4% voted for that site. Behind the American Legion, 51% voted for that site. And the Lasky property, 13.1% voted for that site.
60, 74, and 19.
The other question too is I'd like to have the selectmen think about, you know, if we are gonna put some properties up for bid, you know, should we consider the Lasky property? I mean, we've had that for quite some time.
Yeah,
Um,
has the time frame run out on that for the owners?
Actually, according to the article, it's, you know, when they put it out to bid, and I don't believe that property's ever been put out to bid, so he would have the right to redeem it.
Okay, it's all right if I let one of the family.
Oh, yeah, there'll be, if we do put it out for bid, it'll be in the Bangor Daily,
Yeah.
it'll be in the local papers, there'll be bid packets up here.
Probably from the big package, well,
Mhm.
get in contact with him to come up and see if he wants to square things up, is that how that works?
Yeah,
Well, once
some
we
members have
place it
already
out-
been up here and discussed it with John,
Once it gets
Okay.
advertised to be
And
put out.
But
did
maybe,
not
well,
step forward, so.
Well, we didn't have that for sale at
Right,
the time.
it
but
has to be
that's
put up
original.
for bid
Right.
before they can come and reclaim it.
they're gonna put it up for bid.
Right, as soon as we put it out for bid, they have up until we open the bids and the deadline to reclaim the property without any.
Right, cause there's no, as far as that's not concerned, there's no right of way to the property, and if the family still wants to keep a piece of land bound property, then that's fine with that. I mean, you know. if they
Well,
wanna-
legally you can't landlock it, but.
Right. But
You
we,
know,
It'll be
yeah,
on somebody else's site.
Certainly,
We
feel
won't have
free
to
to
do the legal
contact
battle.
the family members.
okay, yeah, cause I was asked, and I wanted
Yeah.
to make sure I was
Yeah.
doing the right.
Yep.
The last one is, should the town of Lubec build a public works facilities, one project containing a sand salt shed and public works garage, or 2 separate projects? A sand salt shed and